like there, how many numbers do you see there?
Two.
You see two numbers? Can
Well,
you go ahead?
two digits.
Two digits.
Yeah.
Okay. Why do you say two digits?
Because, well, they're two digits, like the digits that we know, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
Oh, okay.
and so on. But I see two numbers like individual without seeing the line.
Okay.
That would be 1, and this would be considered
Okay.
2.
So this could be part of the natural numbers or the whole numbers, huh?
Yeah.
Is that what you're saying? You could call them?
Yeah.
If they were out there in the world all by themselves, we could say, oh, this is one set or one item, and then two items, and that sort of thing. But this one, you see it as a half.
Well-
it is. Go ahead.
No, well, that's what it would be.
Okay,
would be it.
that is a half. That's halfness. I
Yeah.
guess we could call it, huh?
Yeah.
That's a halfness. And so you see this as a digit, and this is a digit. So then, how do you see this entire thing? You see it that as a digit or a number?
Well, it could be two numbers,
Okay.
or it could be one number.
Okay. When you call it one number, what do you mean by it being one number?
Well, th- all fractions are sort of numbers because you
Okay.
can count by fractions
Oh, okay.
and stuff like that. So
Yeah.
you can go, I don't know, you could say, if you count by halves, you could say
Ah.
1, then half, and
Okay.
then 2, and then 2.5, 3,
Okay.
3.5, 4, and so on.
Oh, so you see
So-
it as a when you say that, do you see it as a number on a number line?
Yeah, you could do that.
Yeah, you could see it as a number on a
Yeah.
number line, huh?
Mhm,
As a point on a number line, like any other whole number or counting number, can't you? Okay, so this is a digit, and okay, let me give you another name for it. It's a numeral. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
numeral.
those are
Huh? Yeah.
Num-
So this is a numeral, and what do we call this numeral? The one on top of this
the
line?
numerator.
Yeah, the
And
numerator.
then the denominator. The denominator. or something.
Yeah. And this actually comes from the Latin, okay? You know a little bit of Spanish?
I know very little, but I know.
You know numero?
No, I know.
Numero is actually comes from the Latin, and that means number.
Oh.
Okay,
cool.
so this relates to a number. You see that? So it's calling it somewhat. It's a number.
Numerator.
Yeah, numerator. Okay.
Yeah.
D here, denominator. Nom comes from the Latin as well. Nombre, name. So it gives it its name. So these are halves. You like that? That's one half.
One whole.
One whole, definitely. We call it. Do we call it two halves? You see
Yeah,
these two?
yeah,
Huh?
yeah,
You
we
see
can
that?
call it
Yeah. Yeah. You ever thought of it that way?
No, I haven't.
Okay. So let me go. What would you call that?
3 halves.
Yeah. And 4 halves and on down the line. Okay. So we have this as a numerator, which means a number. Okay. And denominator means the number or the name below. You see,
Name.
this gives it the name, doesn't it? This gives the fraction a name, just like, let's say, for example, 1/4. This is part of the fourths family, I guess we could say, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. So this would be, and then the next one would be what?
It would be 2/4.
And then the next
3/4.
one?
4/4. Or one whole.
Okay.
And then 5/4.
Okay.
And so on.
Okay. And then so on, huh?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So, what do you call this little line here?
I'm not actually sure.
Some people call it a fraction line, division line, but it comes also from the Latin. Okay, you ready for this one?
Mhm.
This is an easy one to pronounce. Vinculum.
Vinculum.
hmm Vinculum. Can you say that?
Vinculum.
This little line here. Do you know what that means?
Well, I guess it would mean like one part over 2. So
Okay,
that would,
1 part over 2.
or you can
Okay,
divide
1 part
with
out of
that.
2. Oh, yeah, divide.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the way I like to think of it. But depending on how you're using it, okay, it means several things. So this could mean 1 part out of 2 when we're talking about part whole. And where we're trying to find a quotient, we're saying 1 divided by 2. In typewriters, they couldn't do this. So they did this. See?
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then now you see it in your books. You have this, don't you?
Yeah.
That. Yeah. You know what this means?
It means divide.
Yeah. And look at this. This is our what? Numerator, and this is our denominator, and this is our vinculum. So what would this be?
Oh,
Be.
that would be our vinculum.
Yeah. And what would this be? What does that represent?
That would mean the 1 or whatever.
Our what's
our
a general
numerator.
our numerator, and then what would this be?
Denominator.
Yeah, so you see, it's not like
Yeah.
somebody came up with something. So, oh, I'm going to use this symbol.
Yeah.
You see that? So then we have something like, okay, 1 divided by 2, don't we?
Mm-hmm.
Hmm. And so your long divisions, we say 2 divided by 1.
Yeah.
Look at this. You see this?
Mhm.
You see this? And you see this? And you see that?
Whoa.
Isn't that cool?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're all related, aren't they?
Yeah.
Yeah.